Hi, welcome back to Behind the Scenes, a sneak peek, raw and rough, uncut, unedited conversation with someone whose public persona you may already know, but you haven't gotten up close and personal. So here's a chance to get to know her. Maybe she's your friend, maybe she's your family, your classmate, your fellow athlete, your colleague, your fan, whoever she is. Now is the time to get to know her a little more. And we are so blessed to have her because her schedule is so tight, but she is so nice to give us this time and space so that we can get to know her a little more. It's always a joy to discover and uncover something we want to know about her because she's away from the limelight at this time, and it is time to know her a little more personally. Our guest today is a huge tennis champion, a huge world-class athlete, and get this. She is barely 16 years old. How many people in the world have achieved what she has achieved? I am more than 16 and have not done anything that she's done. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big, warm, virtual applause to Alex Ayala.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much for me.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So let's start with a little bit of history. So, were you born in the Philippines, America, or Canada?
I was born in the Philippines. I was born in Manila.
Mm-hmm. And then it is said here that at the age of 4, you started playing tennis, and your grandfather was your coach.
Yes, I started playing at the age of 4 and my Lola coached me for the following 10 years, 9, 10 years, until I moved here to Spain.
So, from Philippines to Spain, or did you have to go through America first?
No, never. I just moved to Spain when I was 13.
But you went to America to compete.
To compete, yes. To compete, yes, but never to live or to study.
So you stay with your folks, or are your folks somewhere else?
Right now, they're back home. They're in Manila quarantining because they just came back from coming with me to the US Open.
Mhm.
Um, Now I'm just training, continuing my training schedule.
So for the 10 years or so that Lola was coaching you and making you bigger, better, tougher, wiser, how was it growing up like that with a strict regimen?
Well, of course, it's never easy to have a strict regimen and a rigorous schedule, but I'm very thankful that it turned out that way, and I'm very thankful um, to have had him raise a part of my life and help raise me to become what I am now.
Why did Lola choose tennis? Could it have been any other sport?
Well, it's a family sport. I think a lot of people in my mom's side of the family played tennis. They did college tennis and not a lot of professional tennis, I think. And then when it came to me and my brother, I think we took it to another level, and we took it really seriously, and we wanted to pursue it um, even more.
Your passions for tennis, was it instant or it took a bit from age 4?
Well, I honestly think it was it was instant, and I fell in love with the sport really. I think it was just so fun for me. I love the sound of the racket hitting the ball. I loved how I would win the point after a long rally, and it's just the feeling that I get when I'm on court is I can't find anywhere else.
So Lolo's part is how to play and how to do it well. Would you have other coaches to help you in the other aspects of being a better athlete?
Well, we did visit a couple of coaches, and I have one coach that, well, hitting partner that I worked with for my whole time when I was in the Philippines, Ronald Hoven, and well, we're still very close, but obviously, when I moved to Spain, then started seeing more coaches, and but my main coach for my early career was always my grandfather.
How about the emotional side of playing, the intellectual side of playing? Did Lola help? Did Lolo help you in that too?
Of course, he wasn't just a coach; he was also my lolo, and the things that I learned on court also helped me develop as a person off the court. It wasn't always just how to hit the ball or technique, how to run to the ball. It was how to manage this situation, how to think through this problem. Yeah.
What might be a typical problem when you're on court? Is it the opponent? Is it the weather? Is it the time? What could be factors that will affect your play?
Well, what I always try to practice is that not to get mad over things that I cannot control. So whether my opponent or whatever things that I cannot control, I try just not to pay attention. Well, not I wouldn't say not to pay attention, but not to get mad at them, and just focus on the things that I can control. So that applies to every problem that comes my way.
But you do have some downtime, you do have some break time, you do have some rest time in between all the studies and training and fitness and exercise.
Yes, I do. I do. I think it's not as much as maybe a normal teenager would have at my age, but I think I have enough to be happy, to be healthy, and rest is always a very important part of the development process. So I try to make the most out of it.
If my notes are correct, you've gone to America, Croatia, France, Indonesia, Spain, Canada, Germany, Belgium, Malaysia, South Africa, Japan, Australia, Tunisia, Italy. More or less correct?
Yes, more or less. Yes, I've been to very many countries. Yes, and I think I'm super grateful that I have the opportunities to travel around the world, and even with COVID, I still have the opportunities to travel. So I never take that for granted, and I understand that not everyone can have that. So I'm very grateful. Yeah.
And you've won some wonderful big tournaments like the Australian Open, the French Open, and your first women's pro tournament, and your singles and doubles title in Italy. Wow, wow, amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
And at the moment, Google says you're number three. What does number three mean?
What do you mean? Oh, it's number three. I'm
In
currently the third ranked junior in the world, so that's under 18.
Wow. Um, is that hard to maintain, or you can go to two or one?
Well, my highest ranking that I've ever attained for juniors is two. I recently went down to three. But that's not my main goal right now. That's not what I'm focusing on right now. Is the what I'm trying to pay more attention to is my professional career, and not necessarily the results. More on my progress and improving my shots and raising the level of my game.
When we put aside all your titles and credentials and achievements, you are a normal, typical 16-year-old girl. Now, if you can, please share with us what are the songs or artists in your playlist?
Well, I listen to music a lot because I travel a lot and I'm always on the road. And I think that music can really influence your mood. So I like things that are more calm and not so, so to keep me relaxed. I think like Billie Eilish, Sam Smith, Ross. I like those types of music.
Can you carry a tune?
Uh, mm, Sorry, what do you mean by that?
Can you
Like,
sing? Can you? Music is not your gift,
no, I like listening to it, but I don't think me producing music or singing is not really my
but
thing.
but do you groove as you listen?
Yes, when I'm with my friends, but I don't really like to do that in public or anything. Yeah.
So you have time for friends in Spain, or it's all virtual?
No, of course I have. I have a lot of time, and I think the situation here in Spain is much better than in the Philippines, COVID wise. And I live in the dorms here at the Rafael Academy, so I live with my friends. I walk with them to training. I go to school with them. I go to the cafeteria to have lunch and dinner. So I I'm very happy to share my experiences with these people, and it also helps that they're going through the same things that you're going through.
You miss home?
Yes, I miss it a lot. The last time I was back home was in January for New Year's. And mostly I miss the most my family, but um they come and see me whenever they can. So I'm very lucky that they we're able to do that.
Miko stays with you at the dorm.
He used to. He was here the first 2 years that I was here also. And then he left for college. He started January and he studies in Penn State now.
Is he still into tennis?
Yes, he's part of the tennis team there, and he's I think number one and number two in the tennis team. Yes.
Now, you were saying a while ago you and your friends would go to the cafeteria. Athletes have a strict diet, right? It's measured, it's watched, it's careful for energy, stamina, and all that. Would Alex Ayala have a comfort food that she wants to have once in a while whenever she's allowed?
Yes, I love well, the one comfort food that I haven't had in a long time is Filipino food, obviously. There's I don't think there's anywhere you can find it here. But the things I get from the things I can get here, probably sushi or anything from Asia, kasi like there's it's very European here, pasta, paella, or kung ano man. So I try to eat Asian food whenever I can, maybe on the weekends. Yeah.
In terms of Filipino food, what is your craving Filipino food?
Barbecue. When I barbecue when I go home, and the first meal I always have is barbecue with rice.
There's no barbecue in Spain.
No, well, no, no, no.
So are you talking about chicken barbecue or pork barbecue?
Pork, pork. I'm more pork.
My gosh, what will happen to your diet? What will happen to your
No, actually, I lose weight when I'm back home.
you lose weight?
Or at least the last time I was back home, I lost weight.
Don't
Yeah.
you freak out?
No, not really. I think it's more controlled than when I'm here.
Mm.
Actually, yeah.
So you're on the road maybe half of the time. You're here, you're there, you're everywhere. Tell us, when you get home in Manila, or even there in your dorm room in Spain, what is the favorite part that you spend a lot of time on? Where do you stay most when you're home?
When when I'm not, you mean during the free time, or sorry, can you repeat that?
When
Or
you
like what?
when you want to chill or relax,
Oh,
where do you stay in the
in
room?
my I'm in my room a lot, or I'll go out to eat with my friends, or go shopping, or nothing too extravagant or nothing too athletic. Also, because a lot of the times when I have free time, we're very tired. So we don't normally do very um very athletic activities for fun.
So are you saying you wake up early, but you go to bed early?
I wake up early always. Well, not always when I have the schedule, but I don't always sleep early. I have school and I have well, it's mostly just school. So it really depends on my work.
You're in high school, Alex.
Yes, I am a junior in high school, grade 11 now.
It's general subjects.
Yes, just yeah, it's not as many subjects as let's say a normal school. Um because this obviously is built for athlete school, but it's a very good school and you get a very good education.
How did Rafael Nadal Academy spot you or discover you?
Well, noong 2018 January, I played in a tournament for under 14 in France, and this tournament is sort of like the world championships for under 14. And I was 12 and I hadn't turned 13 yet. And I ended up winning this said tournament. And they reached out to my parents a couple weeks, months later. And then we had to discuss. And later that year, I moved already to Spain.
Wow. Was there separation anxiety?
Well, I I think it was, of course, I missed my parents, I missed my home and family, but I was focused on the excitement of being here and of being able to develop my tennis because I really knew that it would be so much different for me my tennis here than back home in Manila, and I was looking forward to all of that. And I think that it was more that than separation anxiety or homesickness, and I would still see my parents every couple of months. So
Your friends in the dorm, your friends in the academy, they are of mixed nationalities.
not all of them, but a lot of them, yes. Uh, a lot of them have a lot of nationalities.
Okay. An athlete has a career that has a short lifespan. Normal people who are not athletes, they can work until they're 60. So when it is time for Alex to retire from tennis, what will Alex do after retiring from tennis?
Well, I haven't really thought about it yet, but I'm focused on having a good and long career as long as I possibly can. Um, but after that, I think something related to tennis. I think it would be the best. Probably maybe looking into working for the WTA, or I don't know, because I think that would be where I am most productive because I understand tennis.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Or maybe a sportscaster for a popular network.
Yeah, yes, also another option.
How do you prevent gaining weight?
Phew, well, it's not that I don't gain weight. I think especially I'm 16. I'm going through puberty like everyone else. I do gain weight, even though I'm training 5 hours. The more I train, the more I need to consume. So when my diet kind of gets out of hand, then I have to. Then I notice changes. Maybe I'm getting more tired training, or of fatigue. I don't know what it is. Then I have to start getting my diet back on track. Because the reason I can wait is because of I'll indulge in something that's one more time or one more time or one more time. Then keep it under control.
Mhm. So What do you do when there's nothing to do?
Oh, meaning, what,
So you
what
just
do you mean?
in your room, or do you do puzzles? Do you read? Do you write?
Mm, I watch a lot of Netflix, and yeah, and I sleep a lot. I take naps, and nothing too special. It's just um yeah, nothing too special. I watch movies and take naps.
What do your friends say about you? One word to describe why they like Alex. One word about Alex.
Oh, that's a good question. I think mm,
We like Alex because she's
because she's funny. I think, well, I'm funny with the people I'm close to. I think when I if you're not super close to me, I don't make well, I'm not I'm shy, I guess, and then once you get to know me, then start making few jokes maybe.
now let's turn to your coaches, past and present. One word why they like to coach Alex. What about Alex? It's so wonderful to coach about.
Coachable. Well, by that I mean
Yeah.
I'm open-minded suggestion, and I always try to listen to all different points of view, and I'm not I'm not the perfect student. Of course, I have my moments where I get a little irritated or something, but I try to keep that to a minimum.
Are you saying that there could be some players out there who are less coachable or hard to coach?
Yes, of course, there are players that are more stubborn, or and I don't want to say that more stubborn than me. Of course, I can be stubborn also, but I just try as much as I can to keep it to a minimum. As
What do you like about Spain?
I like that. Well, first and foremost, the training, and I like that all my friends are here, my people are here. Um, Aside that, I love the beaches where I am, um, and it's very vibrant. It's a very vibrant place. Yeah,
Where in Spain are you?
I'm in Mallorca. It's
Wow.
an island. Madaming beach.
So when you have time, you go to the beach?
Yeah, I do go to the beach every once in a while. Not all the time, but sometimes yes.
Are you a water person or a mountain person?
A water person. Water person. Yeah.
So how long will you stay at the academy? Is it your call or their call?
I think a little bit of both. Right now in I have a scholarship.
Mhm.
I have a full scholarship here, so I think every year they renew it, and every year we recontemplate. But I really like, so far I've been here. This is my fourth year already, so I'm very comfortable. This is my second home, so
Good. Now, can we play a little game, Alex?
of course.
There will be 3 rounds, and in each round, I will mention 2 pairs. I need you to
Okay.
choose without thinking much, which of the words would you prefer? For example, I say, Alex, red or blue? You immediately answer whether you like red or blue, and if you wish, you can briefly explain why you like red or blue. Okay?
Oh,
First pair, would Alex go for teddy bear or a box of chocolates?
teddy bear.
Why?
Because magigilty ako after eating the chocolates.
Good point. Good point. Would you have a favorite kind of chocolate?
I like yung mga cookies and cream, the ones that like white with the cookies. That's good.
Ooh,
Or Twix.
okay.
Lo-
Teddy bear. And is it a huge or cuddly teddy bear?
It's a huge one.
Life size.
I have one that's 4 feet, 5 feet tall. Yeah.
You had one? Or you want to have one?
I have one in Manila.
Next, would you prefer eclipse or shooting star?
Shooting star.
Why?
Because you can make a wish. Yeah.
Okay. If you don't mind, can you make a public wish? Nothing private, nothing personal, but let's say a shooting star passes right above you right now. What would you wish for?
Probably just health. Just health. Like I think that's most important. Health.
Okay.
Yeah.
Third pair. Will Alex prefer a dress or a bag?
A dress.
Why?
I think it would. Um, it's more well. I just like dresses over bags, and I don't usually carry so many things, so it's more practical.
But are you a dress person or a jeans person?
Normally jeans, and when I want to dress up, I wear a dress.
Okay. You are 16 or you will turn 16?
I am 16.
Oh, good. Now, before we part, would you have any message to all your fans? Oh, so many people admire you, not just Filipinos, not just girls, not just men. People from all ages just admire you, just watching Alex and being proud that you're Filipina and you're just all over the world, carrying the banner of the country and carrying the name of your family. You have any message for all of us who just adore you?
I just wanted to say thank you so much for the support. Maraming salamat. It's really appreciated, and I understand that I have a growing platform, and I'm so happy that it inspires young or even old, I don't know, young kids and people who want to not just go into tennis, go into sports, or go into whatever they're passionate about, and just give their all. So thank you so much for the support, and I will try my best to keep going.
Your platform is sports, or do you have any additional advocacy?
It's sports. It's sports. Yes.
Sports forever. Okay. Thank you again, Alex. I appreciate that you have given us
Uh,
the time and the space to be with you. We wish you well. You are in our hearts and in our prayers. So till the next time, thank you, Alex.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. And that's it for now. Behind the scenes, we will see you next time in our next episode. Good day, everyone.